going on? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to go over belts and my likes and dislikes of different ones, and then just some thoughts on different ones if you aren't too familiar with them, or if you're looking for your next belt to buy, to use for work, whatever it is. So this right here is the Lead Devil USA. I want to say this is the 1.75 inch tactical belt. It does have an inner liner. It's currently on my duty pants. You can get it in the package where it comes with it, super simple one, or you can get their Predator one. It kind of loops in and out of itself like this, and then it has a really low profile buckle. The adjustability is a little better on it. That's my only complaint about the regular belt, but you can pay more to have a different one. These ones, this is my favorite belt. This is my go-to. I've tried a couple different ones. We'll go over them, but this one, hands down, is the one I'm sticking with for sure. So this is just, like I said, this is their regular tactical belt. They do make one with a D-ring. I have that belt as well. We'll go over that one. It's just a standard Cobra buckle, and then it has this super heavy duty Velcro on the inside, and then it has the MOLLE on the outside, and it works well with regular MOLLE clips, MOLLE locks, whatever it is. I tend not to use them because I get enough Velcro space to hold my belt in place, but it is available to use for that if you're someone like in the military, or if it's a SWAT belt and you really load it down. Definitely consider using a regular MOLLE sticks or MOLLE locks on it, just to give you more purchase on the Velcro. Like I said, standard Cobra buckle. Haven't had any issues with it. I've had this belt probably 3 or 3.5 years now, and it's been absolutely fantastic. The label did wear off, so I did finish taking that off just because it was all frayed. But other than that, it's been fantastic. I've had no issues. The biggest thing about the Lead Devil belts is their adjustability. So it has a Velcro lock right there. Well, Velcro to secure it. It loops in right here on this side of the buckle, and then you pull it to whatever length you need it at, and then you just put the Velcro there. And that is the greatest thing to me about this belt. Personally, I haven't seen any other ones do it. A lot of guys at work have the Safe Life Defense one, and it's just like the other belts. We'll go over those, but this, in my opinion, is the best. I've had other ones like undo themselves a little bit, and then it starts sagging. Not a fan of that. I keep my key fob for my car on my belt. I'll put it right here. It does have a lot of movement, but it doesn't affect me. I don't feel it there, and it keeps it real close. This is from Zak Tools, Z-A-K Tools. We see them every year at SHOT Show. The guys are super cool. This is their MOLLE clip for keys. It's designed for vests, but I find it best on here because how thin it is and how it holds right there. Definitely something that I do enjoy. We'll go to the holster last. So here, this is from 09 Holsters. This is on a Tech Lock. This is my door pop system for my patrol car. The Ray Allen ones mount the other way. This one mounts this way. I haven't had any issues with it, and I think it holds a little bit closer. And I do intend on putting a MOLLE lock on it to slide through there, through the rows of MOLLE. The Blackhawk Taser X2 holster, nothing special about it. This is Blackhawk's new system to release it. The side buttons comes off and on super easy, but if you do want to put on MOLLE locks or MOLLE sticks, you are able to. It's just 3 screws, and it's a triangle pattern, so you could do it. It's just up to you. Sometimes I put dump pouches on the back if we're gonna go do a search, just a quick dump pouch to toss on there, or extra handcuffs if I move around my vest. But how I have everything set up right now, my back is clear, which is super nice, especially in the car if you're sitting for a long time. And then moving over here, so this is all Safariland. This is, I'll get you the model for it. This is the 6360 RDS 2832. It's originally designed for a Glock 19 or Glock 23 with a TLR1, and it does accommodate for a optic. I have a Glock 45 with suppressor height sights and a TLR7 on it, and a Trichicon RMR. That's our duty gun. I have had absolutely no issues with it being secure in this holster. It's been fantastic. I did try the 7 series holster. That's what we originally got when we ordered our guns, and we can go over it in a holster video, but I was not a fan. I just didn't like the feel of the draw and then it locking back into place. Like, it was secure, but there was just something off about it, and there isn't a lot of tension or adjustability in the tension. And then on the bottom I have a Ghostman Designs Portal X. This is for the Mod Light pistol light. I do have the Mod Light pistol light, I just haven't put it on yet. It just clears it a little bit more, and then this having this metal not adjustability, but the rigidness down here, this holster will flex if you pull it out, and I've actually had the little plastic covers pop out on these the 6000 series holsters. So huge fan of the Ghostman ones because it's real tight. And then I run a QLS on it because I swapped belts for SWAT, so I just moved this holster over. But the QLS is real nice, and it does give you a little bit more space away from your body if it's something that you feel like you need. If you're wearing an outer carrier and you have a bunch of stuff right here, you don't want to interrupt your draw from your gun. But I do like this a lot. On the belt, so I just have a standard single strap Safariland drop shroud. Everything is the 3-hole design, or just like all of Safariland's holsters. I just attached the QLS to it. It was no big deal, pretty quick. I like that the shroud is shorter than the 2-strap, and then you do have the ability to put things on the front and the back. On the front, we have work phones, so I just ordered one of these cheap OtterBox. It's an off-brand OtterBox belt clip, and I broke the belt clip off the back, drilled some holes in it, and I just locked it into place right there. Because normally it was on my leg strap, and it would kind of like pull away if the leg strap moved at all or I needed to adjust it at all. So it made it a lot easier. And then up here I use a universal flex adapter. It's kind of funky from how I sit in the car, but I don't like these very much. I don't like this little part that sticks out. Either you're getting these things digging into you, I'm a small guy, or you get this part digging into you on the inside when you weave the belt through it. So I'm just not a fan. I have this same setup on my SWAT belt as well. And then this is a belt, I don't know, it's the universal belt clip, but it's the belt clip from Safariland. They designed it for the concealment holsters that are like a level 2. And you just hook that straight on there, and it's just a quick clip on, clip off. But it takes up way less space. I don't notice it. It does not move on this Molly belt. It holds into place really well. So big fan of that. If you're interested sizing wise, I usually wear like a 32 pant, and at Lead Devil I wear a large belt and a large inner belt. So when you read their sizing chart online, that's what I got out of it. After I did have to get another Lead Devil belt originally, because I ordered a medium thinking my math was right, and I was wrong. So I got a large one of these and a large inner belt. Works great. Like I said, 2.5, 3 years. Almost no wear on it, no fading. It's been fantastic. real quick, we'll go over my swap belt. It's not much different. Same, it's a Lead Devil 175, except for this is the tactical with the D-ring. So the Cobra buckle's a little bigger, but the D-ring, I wanted to try it out. I've never had one with a D-ring. I just figured I'd give her the old college try. This is another Blackhawk Taser X2 holster, except it has the old system, super simple release, but just the older one. No big deal. Same securement method for the Velcro for your adjustability. And I need to throw a dump pouch and a handcuff pouch on here. I just haven't done it yet. And then over here, same deal. I have the single strap shroud, QLS, universal flex adapter, belt clip. And then on this one, it's not as big of a deal. I just grabbed the OtterBox belt clip and just tossed it on the strap. I took it off, I had my phone in my pocket, I ended up needing my phone for whatever it is. So it was just easier to do this. I will say, I've had that other holster shroud for at least 3 years now. And when I ordered this green one, it came with this strap obviously, but the securement method for holding your strap in place so it doesn't adjust it or undo itself was terrible. I actually ended up throwing it away. It was a green material, but it did not have Velcro in all the right places to secure to itself. So that was an issue. I grabbed this off of another leg strap that I had and just tossed it on here. But again, Lead Devil, I've only had this belt like a month, but still, it's the same as the other one. It's just green. I just use it for SWAT, but it's hands down the best belt out there. That's my opinion. Real quick on this, if you do want to run a leg strap or something instead of a whole shroud, but you have it on a regular holster on like the low ride drop UBLs that Safariland ships with their holsters regularly, this is a strap from Blackhawk that I've used, and you just run it between the UBL and the holster, and it holds in place. And it just, when you're drawing, it doesn't pull up away from you. And if you do have a mid-ride or a low-ride Safariland UBL, I have had them pull away from me, and it's super annoying. And if you just have the wrong holster, your gun, for me, it's gotten stuck. So this is a Blackhawk one. I also have one from T-Rex Arms. Super simple, nothing much to them. The Blackhawk has less adjustability, and it's a little bit more rugged if you're interested in it. So I would suggest one of those. I honestly think it came off of a gas mask pouch, but it's super useful. And then real quick on these are both 511. I don't remember the model names, but they're both good belts. This one is more rigid. It just holds around better if you're in detectives, or if you're running an outside waistband holster, or you just want something more stiff. This is probably one of the better ones. It just weaves through and then it Velcros back to itself like the Lead Devil. So no, you're definitely not gonna have it slipping out or loosening at all on you. But I really like this belt for plainclothes stuff, for trainings, for if you're in detectives, whatever it is, special details. And then this is just a standard 511, 175 inch tactical belt, I think is what its title is. It just weaves in through itself and out. I like it, but it has come undone on me. But this is pretty much what I wear every day, and I carry a Glock 19 inside my waistband every day. So it's pretty much this. It's just the 1.5 inch instead of the 1 3/4 inch. But still, good option. We'll switch over here to the Ronin. Ronin comes with its own inner belt. This is the Ronin Shuto belt. I don't know if they're making it anymore, but it looked like it was kind of on its way out when I ordered this, and I ordered this probably 4.5 years ago. a lot of military units are still issued Ronin belts. Understandable. He's a retired Green Beret. So it's a good belt. It really is. Cobra buckles, high quality. None of these are rated for climbing. But same deal. Really strong Velcro. Strong inner Velcro belt. Molly on the outside. This belt, I want to say, is a 1.5 inch. It's a little, it's not as wide or tall as my other ones. My issue was right here in the adjustability. You can fold it back over itself and put this little elastic strap around it, but I had it just undo itself too many times. I just couldn't get it in the right spot, and it was just slipping out, and then my gun side would start sagging, and just, for me, it wasn't the best. I know these, like I said, these are issued, but people are trying everything, or trying a lot of other things. The Bison belt from Feral Concept seems really popular. It's a little expensive for me. I haven't had a chance to try it. I paid about $190 for this. If Feral Concepts had Bison belt out, at that time, I didn't know about it. I would have bought that 100%. Lead Devil, I pay about $140, $150 with a law enforcement discount for the inner belt combo, and I couldn't be happier with that deal. But nonetheless, if you're into the Ronin or it's issued to you, it's still a good belt. Just find some way to secure this, whether you sew Velcro onto it. You're gonna have to go to like someone that has an industrial sewing machine. But if you can get Velcro onto this, the Ronin is a great option. And then here, one of my more recent purchases. One of my buddies is friends with the guy from X Belts. He's in Arroyo Grande. I believe he's a police officer or a retired police officer. Great design. So he just came out with these laser cut Molly belts. It's real thick. It has great Velcro hold on the inside. It has this giant Raptor buckle, Raptor buckle. But again, you run into the same issue with your adjustability. Maybe it was the size that I bought. I just didn't have enough. I think when I did it, it was like right here. So I was like, man, if that starts to slip, there's not going to be a lot of stopping it. And I was using this as a SWAT belt. So it was like the last thing I want to mess with when I can't really mess with it. His whole deal is this elastic part in here. So it's all sewn, and then it does have this adjustability. Really cool design. Really it is. It just didn't work for me. And maybe it was the elastic part. Maybe it was my fear of this slipping out. The X Belts is a great company. They make duty belts. Maybe it'd be better for a duty belt. My buddy uses it on patrol up in a sheriff's department up north. But I just can't do it. It didn't work for me. I wore it during a whole day for a SWAT thing, and I was uncomfortable. I was worried about this. When I adjust it to a size, I just want it to stay at that size. So maybe, like I said, maybe that was me and this elastic part not getting along. But that's just my opinion. This was about $100, $110. So price point's better. The design is great. I'd have to, if I could fix this adjustability with like some Velcro or something, I'd probably use it or find a way to use it. But it'll probably go to somebody else on my team or one of my friends. And then we'll just go over these at the same time. I kind of robbed some parts from this one, so I'm missing a clip. But this is actually a tactical gear brand, but this is a Bianchi AccuMold. It's a Safariland company. Same deal, like almost exactly the same. Just a nylon belt. This is what I was issued when I came to the sheriff's office. Nylon gear, that's what we use for patrol. But I do keep this Bianchi AccuMold around as a Class A belt or whatever it is. This is a basket weave. It's not real leather. It's all faux. You can see some wear right there. I don't remember what I had there originally, but Bianchi AccuMold, you probably get two years out of it maybe. It does have Velcro. It has a plastic buckle, which just literally just broke as I did that. So that's also an issue with plastic being in the sun all day, the heat, the cold. It happens, and there it goes, happened right there. It's like I said, it's Velcro on the inside, so you get a Velcro inner belt. It's the same with the nylon, and then it just secures to that. But when you have a patrol belt and you don't have an outer vest, you put a lot of weight on these things. I mean, I still had to use belt keepers for mine, so don't think, oh, it's a Velcro, it's like these other ones. This is completely different Velcro than what's on those other belts. And then you're losing a lot of space wherever you put something. So you're not going to have the greatest hold if you don't have an outer carrier. Size-wise, they do come in waist lengths. So like this one, obviously I had to overlap a lot when I was wearing it. Like I said, I'm a small dude. This one, it was pretty close. And so with these would slip out just like the Ronin and everything else. It just undoes itself. This does not hold it. So me and my buddy, we would actually put zip ties. We would take these off. We would undo those like that. Find the right size. We'd put a zip tie over there and we'd cinch it down as tight as we could. And then, so it didn't mess with our uniforms or anything like that. It didn't look funky. We would just slide this right over it, and that little pokey part, the little locking portion of the zip tie, would actually hold these in place. So it was actually useful. This is the other key holder from Zach Tools. It bows out a little bit more. It's a little thicker. It's made specifically for this width of a belt and this length of a belt, or the height of the belt. Definitely works better on these. But I had that on there, key holder for regular keys. That was just for my key fob. And then I did run my holster, my taser holster, everything on here. So it's there. It's an option. This is kind of the standard. This or the Tact Gear or whatever that one's called. It's an off-brand. I don't see it very often. But nonetheless, you're probably going to start with it, or you probably do use it on patrol. Nothing wrong with it. Clearly, plastic fails. Cobra and Raptor buckles, much better. If you do get one of these belts, that you can get a Cobra buckle that will fit this, a 2-inch Cobra buckle. So I've seen a lot of people switch to them. Not a bad option, but nonetheless, this thing was a problem to wear on duty. It got really heavy, so it's broken. Probably won't be using that anymore. I'll just use it for a Class A belt. Just put my holster on it. Last but not least, we'll go over these two real quick. This one first. It is an SOE tactical belt. It has a tiny little baby buckle on it, not even a Cobra buckle on it. It's supposed to go over itself, and then there is one of those little elastic things you can take over here and secure it. This portion of the buckle is adjusted by Velcro, and you can adjust the buckle off of that. I didn't like how it overlapped on itself. I felt like I was like tucking too much over itself, and it's a pretty small belt, and SOE Tactical Gear kind of has their own things going on. Not a bad company, you know, they tried, they made it. I guarantee you this worked for somebody else. It just didn't work for me. No hard feelings there. This one is my newest belt. This is from Core Tactical. I think it's Core Tactical. It's the Essential belt. I just went with a black buckle. Black, I want to say it's their EDC belt. You have this sweet little lever right here to undo it. And on the inside, you have it's like a little track. And the buckles have that inside. You cut the belt to fit you, or well, get close to fitting you. Super nice. Not a lot of belts out there like that. Super rigid for what it is. You can get them in leather and whatnot. I actually want to get one for court purposes. Won't sag like my leather belt that I have for court services. Kind of like pulls down when I put my gun on. But this is actually really nice. And like maybe you went out, had a big lunch, and you cinched it down, and now you got that full belly. Just press that little lever, adjust it, and it locks right in place. So super unique company. I really like them. Sometimes it's pricey depending on how many you're getting and whatnot, but I think they really have a great product out here, and it honestly works. A couple guys at work use them for their plainclothes stuff, the positions that they're assigned to. So I would suggest the Core Essentials belt, and I also highly suggest the Lead Devil Tactical or Lead Devil USA belt. Go check them out if you're law enforcement, military. Lead Devil definitely does a discount. I don't know if any of these other companies do. I never looked or anything. But that's what I have right now. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, whatever it is, hit me up. If something else that you want to know if I've tried, I may have tried it and just didn't have it around anymore. Got rid of it, sold it, it broke. Ask me in the comments below, and then I'll get back to you guys. Thanks.